Ahead of the 2027 general elections, youths in Nasarawa state have taken to trekking long distances in solidarity with politicians just as campaign season approaches. The practice, while intended to show support, has raised questions about the welfare of the young participants and the broader implications for the future of political engagement in the state. Across several communities, images and videos of mostly young men walking for hours or days as the case may be, sometimes under intense heat, have become a familiar sight on social media. Supporters describe the treks as acts of loyalty and sacrifice. But for a growing number of observers, the trend is troubling, signaling deeper issues about youth priorities, economic desperation, and the evolving nature of political mobilization. Several residents, who spoke with Daily Post, expressed concern that the development reinforces long-standing stereotypes about Nigerian youths. A resident known as Ika Egbe Philip argued that the trend only confirms what former President, late Muhammadu Buhari once said about Nigerian youths being lazy, noting that energy expended on political treks could be channeled into skills acquisition, education, or entrepreneurship. Another resident who preferred not to be mentioned offered a different perspective, describing the treks as a survival strategy in harsh economic times. According to him, many participants are motivated by the expectation of material rewards. This is now one of the fastest ways young people make money, he said. Some of them are given motorcycles, cash gifts, offered positions of aides when elected, or other incentives by politicians. For someone struggling to survive, that is hard to ignore. Beyond the immediate welfare concerns, political analysts warn of long-term consequences for democratic accountability. Critics argue that when political support is transactional, it weakens citizens' ability to demand good governance. Once votes are effectively paid for through gifts and handouts, it becomes difficult to question leaders or call them to order when they fail, a civic advocate noted. Those who benefited from such inducements may feel morally restrained or silenced when performance falls short. Some other residents who spoke to Daily Post expressed concern that public displays of trekking are now being elevated above structured political processes, particularly the role of party delegates. According to one respondent, the focus on trekkers risks distorting internal democracy. It is now as if trekkers matter more than delegates, he said. Instead of politicians engaging party structures and convincing delegates with ideas and plans, they now invest in spectacles that can be easily monetized, he said. He said this in reaction to a comment by one Aminu Mahmuda Otaki who implied that trekkers matter more than delegates right now. The health and security implications may be debated, but any aspirant who cannot inspire people to trek for him has no business dreaming of winning the next gubernatorial election, especially in the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Trends don't emerge by accident. That some people still fail to grasp its political value is frankly shocking. For us in the business of election management, timing is everything. Trekking in solidarity is the moment. And right now, trekkers matter more than delegates, Mahmouda stated as seen on Nasarawa Mirror's page on Facebook. Observers argue that this shift could undermine credible candidate selection, as popularity on the road begins to overshadow competence, track record, and policy depth. There are also fears that such trends may open the door to vote buying on a larger scale. The debate gained renewed momentum following a widely shared video posted by a social commentator identified as Ramlat Al-Amin, who delivered a reflective and emotional critique of the trend. In the video, she questioned the message being passed on to younger generations. Today, I traveled from my town to my state for money, for a symbol, a handshake, a photo, a note. What lesson am I teaching those behind me? Ramlat expressed fear that such actions send the wrong signals about success and merit. That effort alone does not open doors? That sweat doesn't speak unless power listens? I fear because I am showing them that hard work doesn't pay, but proximity does, she added. Her comments struck a chord with many youths online, particularly her observation that political proximity now appears more rewarding than personal development. We trek to meet politicians, but we don't trek to meet our potentials, she said, lamenting that creativity, technical skills, and community service often go unrewarded. Drawing a stark comparison, Ramlat noted, "This is Nigeria where trekking gets you a motorcycle, while technical skills get you ignored." No wonder brains are packing bags while legs are winning prizes. She concluded with a pointed message on national development. If trekking gave us jobs, I should have trekked to every state capital by now. But the truth is, it is not legs we need to move forward. It is about minds, skills, and leadership. As Nigeria edges closer to another election cycle, observers in Nasarawa say the situation reflects a broader national challenge: how to transform youthful energy from symbolic political gestures into meaningful civic participation and productive engagement. For many residents, the concern is no longer just about trekking, but about what it represents: a political culture that rewards visibility over value, loyalty over competence, and short-term gains over long-term empowerment. Whether this trend deepens or is redirected may shape not only the 2026 elections, but the future role of youths in Nigeria's democracy.